also about ambition. If you have to be ambitious and know what you want to do. So it's not about, oh boy, things are hard and this is how it should be. You may not have a university degree, but you can certify yourself, you can make yourself aware, you're knowledgeable about certain things.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Innovation Nation, where we empower small businesses and entrepreneurs to take the next big step in their business. I mean, as everybody knows, we're all here to make money, first of all. But if we can't manage our money, understand where our money is coming in from and where it's going, we'll never be able to grow our businesses as entrepreneurs. So today we really wanted to demystify the financial side, especially as it relates to the digital and technology. So today, for that reason, we have Miss Lillia Samuel Benjamin, who is in financial services. She's a fintech specialist with over 15 years experience in tourism and marketing. And she's here with us today to really give us an in-depth look, as much as she can do anyway. I know it's a topic that's very deep, but really give our viewers an understanding of the area and how it can help you. So, Leah, thank you very much for coming on the show. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It is, as I said earlier, it is a little bit different being on the other side of the platform, but I'm excited to be here because we're speaking about fin technology and the opportunity to let our persons know what can be done with fintech and how it can better our lives from just our daily, as you said, controlling our finances to doing our education online. It is just such a broad topic. So anytime I get the opportunity to speak and inform persons about fintech or financial technology, I'm just so honored.
Well, I'll give you a little time to, just explain your background because I know you mentioned that this is the one of the few times that you're on the other side. For viewers' context, Lilia has her own show as well with one of the mobile payment options here in Dominica. So she's accustomed to asking the questions. So
Yeah.
hopefully I do a good job today. Yeah. So Lilia, tell
Well,
us a little bit about.
when
Tell
it
me.
comes to my background, I told somebody recently that my background is a little bit eclectic, meaning that I came from tourism. I went to school originally for tourism, and I did the grind. So from being a receptionist, from being a reservations manager to being a hostess on a boat, I did the full tourism experience, and then I moved on into marketing and being able to not only market tourism, but I moved on to marketing. And I came into this world where I mean, marketing is the ability to sell and inform persons. But I came into this world called financial technology, and I was like, wait a minute, what exactly is financial technology? And if I am selling a product, I have to be able to understand it for
For
myself.
sure.
First of all, before I can even sell it to consumers. So that is where the shift came from. So being in marketing, my main job is marketing sales and manager here at Mlajan Financial Technology Services, and I work for a fintech company. So I figure, you know something, let me do a little course in fintech. That is how it started. Very simple. Let me just find out what it is, do a little course. And then I went down the rabbit hole and I became specialized in fintech and digital transformation and artificial intelligence. And so now here I am, and I just realized somebody informed me the other day that this current time in the Caribbean, I am one of the few women that is actually specialized in fintech. So I just it's a proud moment for me because I have shifted from the whole tourism spectrum into marketing now into fintech. So new doors and new opportunities, new networks are available. So that is the little professional background in one big soup. So as
That's
I said,
awesome.
my background is eclectic, and it has offered me the opportunity to learn so much and interact with so many different persons.
You could just briefly explain to the viewers what is fintech.
Okay, so fintech or financial technology is more of a catch-all term when you're referring to different mobile applications, and there are different things that come under fintech. So it could be software, mobile applications, different technologies created to improve, traditional financial businesses. So you might think you make a payment a few years ago, you make a wire transfer. That is considered to be financial technology. It's just that now it is more upgraded in the sense that say you can make a transfer from your cell phone and it goes immediately from your bank account to somebody else's bank. So it has slowly, and I say slowly, over the years, revolutionized, changed, updated. But it is any financial transaction that you make using an application, a mobile device, or technology. Simple as that. There are
Okay.
different categories, but we will go down the rabbit hole if we do that. So it is
Yeah,
very
yeah.
simple. It is,
Maybe I'm speaking from the region, right? But
mm-hmm,
I guess traditionally, um, like dealing with financial institutions can be
mm-hmm,
very, tedious, long, and drawn out. And I
yes,
imagine that there are challenges that you all face when really pushing financial technology and the adoption of such. Okay, well, here's my question. My question
mm-hmm.
is, what are the top three challenges that you're experiencing right now in financial technology?
Okay, so right now for Dominica, the main one would be lack of understanding or lack of information. Because a lot of persons, when you speak to them and you use the word fintech and you use financial technology, not even all of that, you use the word technology. And persons become so, almost afraid. They tend to tell you, me, I don't want to use that because I am not sure. And what we have noticed is just the lack of information. That is the main thing. Persons are unaware, so if they're uninformed, they don't trust the technology. Second thing, as I said, would be trust, because if I'm unaware of it, I don't trust it, I won't use it. So that is what it is all lack of things. Persons lack of information, lack of knowledge of the technology, and trust in the technology. That is some of the challenges that we have been facing. But the good thing is, by working for a financial technology company, we have been able to sensitize persons, let persons know what is a move. First of all, we had this conversation where somebody said we use our cell phones here in the Caribbean and mainly in Dominica for three things. And it is one of the, it is true. Persons use it mainly for WhatsApp, for Facebook, and TikTok. So getting persons away from that and letting them know that there's such a big world in their cell phone has been a challenge, but we welcome that challenge because we're sensitizing persons, letting them know, hey, what if you can send money to, we're using the Dominican terrain, you can send money to somebody all the way in Peru and they don't have to come to you. Or somebody in Portsmouth can sit at the beach or they can sit in their bedroom or in their living room and pay their Wasco bill, pay their flow bill. I mean, just simple as that. We are making, letting persons know just the benefit of using the technology for other than social media.
I think sensitization is key. I guess for what I'm
Sensitization is,
getting at.
yes.
Are there any campaigns that are currently running or initiatives that you are aware of that really bring that information out and
Okay,
get people
well,
up to date?
not on behalf of Mlajan, yes, we have all different campaigns that we run, and also the
Mhm.
government of Dominica granted there is this project currently going on. It's the digital transformation project, where their main focus is on digital transformation and letting persons know, the uses and the benefits of technology, and it's a very interesting product. They are out there informing persons. There is a lot more to be done. We encourage them to do more. But on our side, on the MLAGA side, what we are doing is just from the basics. We are starting, do you know what is a QR code? Because you'll be surprised to know a lot of persons do not know what is a QR code. This is what we do. We're going to the schools as well and we're interacting with the children because a lot of the time what we notice is that hey, let us go to the children because since they're the ones doing majority on behalf
Yeah.
of their parents, we go to them, we interact with them, we tell them, do you know what is financial technology? Do you know what is a mobile wallet? Do you know what is a QR code? Do you know what you can do with your phone other than your social media and YouTube and everything else? And then we also, whenever we have what is called pop-up drives, pop-up sessions, We interact with the older person, teaching them that they can use their cell phones other than calling their children and their grandchildren on WhatsApp. You can use your cell phone for so much more. And what we notice is when we interact with persons and you take away the fear from them, they get excited because I mean, if only thing you could do with your cell phone is call your grandchildren, and now you realize, hey, I can pay my Duasco bill, I can pay my flow bill, I can send some money to my grandkids, to my children. I mean, the possibilities persons get excited because we understand the importance of letting persons know, hey, you need to know what is going on, what is available, not only in Dominica or not only in the Caribbean, but also in the world. So that is our main focus. Yes, we are mobile world and we're pushing our wallet, but we want to ensure that persons are informed of the technology.
The sensitization portion, it goes a lot into buying. So I mean, I have several conversations with people, and I ask them, hey, do you have, say, Mlajan, for instance, and their response will, me, well, I do know that,
Yeah.
or like almost like that's not for me, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really, in my opinion, slowing down the digital transformation that we've been pushing, so hard for these last, odd year and some almost 2-3 years, right? Knowing that, how can persons empower themselves? Where can they get information? How would you tell some of these entrepreneurs who are interested in the field to go about finding out what it is and how they can get into it?
Okay, well, it simply starts with basic research. Just simply type into your phone, whatever you have, Android or iOS, simply type in what is financial technology, what is fintech. It will give you different types, but it's based on your business. So you're a small business and you sell certain goods and services or products, whatever it is. You want to be able to receive payment. That's saying about somebody have to drop off $20 by somebody who is in town on your behalf. Whereas
Yeah.
all you need to do is simply if you have a business account to different banks, to different credit unions, offer means of receiving payments, via transfers via online. You can also contact us here at Mlajan and we will assist you in becoming an online merchant. The financial technology, the online payment, the digital wallet section, the payment section is that it allows business, it is a huge benefit to small businesses. We're not referring to the bigger businesses because they already have those platforms in place. What it does, it creates an advantage, an added advantage to small business owners, the opportunity to receive payments from persons who are not traditionally in front of them. So we call them remote payments. So somebody is in, for example, Kalishi and you sell oils and you're in Roseau, what it does is allows somebody to make that an online payment, pay you remotely, and you get the money and then you facilitate on how they receive the goods and services. That is a huge benefit. It is a game changer for small businesses because we have had instances where business owners, traditional small roadside vendors who sell goods and services, they want to sell it to persons outside of Roseau, but their concern is always how do they receive money. What we have noticed, persons who have come onto our platform, and I can speak for our platform, and I know it is across the board for the credit unions and for the banks as well. Persons who have come onto our platform as partners, as merchants, are now able to have so much of a wider audience, market share of customer base because they offer online payments. Online payments makes a huge difference. Because I sell cocoa chips all the way in Granby and you're all the way in Calibishi. You can now pay me online, and that it takes away the 10-step process of giving it to a bus driver and giving it to a friend of a friend, so that $20 can reach you 3 days later. You get it 2 to 3 seconds on our system, or transactions go through in real time, 2 to 3 seconds. Sorry. The banking system, it takes a little bit longer. The credit union also goes through quickly as well. So what it is an opportunity, and I want to stress that if you are a business owner, small business owner, take advantage of the technology. If you're not sure, reach out to your financial institution, reach out to us. We walk you through it, we tell you the benefits of it. It also allows you not only to receive money, but what it does, it allows small businesses to be able to have records of their transactions. Because a lot of the times they go to the banks, they go to the credit unions, and or they even go for small business loans, and they ask them for records of their transactions. And what we have noticed is that they don't have records. So what our system does, it allows you to have a history of all your transactions. So you can see how many persons paid you over a period of time. So that it also acts as documents. So you're going to register, you're going to the bank, whatever it is, you have that information available. So it's not only about receiving money, but it also allows you to keep track of what is going on in your small business. Some person might think, oh, I'm just selling oil. No, if you are a registered business, it is an advantage to you. And if you're not a registered business, we also encourage you to register because it comes in handy when you go to the small institutions and they ask you to provide documentation, you have those things readily available.
I think as a specialist, I'm listening, but I want to ask a question. We have a lot of entrepreneurs coming in now and not being able to process locally, process their transactions and maybe have to go through a third party, whether it's PayPal, whether it's, Zelle. Or what is missing for us to have that seamless integration? It is a convenience for sure, but seamless integration, it is not. What more is needed in order for us to get to that where it's working, how it's intended to?
It's simply about business, banks, and credit unions and Mlajan speaking to each other. At the end of the day, it is technology. What needs to be done is that we need to have better cooperation amongst the banks, the credit unions. Because what we have noticed, and a lot of persons have also mentioned it, when Mlajan launched, it became a we versus them. It came into the market sphere with the whole ethos of allowing persons who are not traditionally included in financing to be let them into that space. No wallet, no bank system is perfect. Where all you have to work together because persons want to be able to be in England and send money to their family in Dominica without having to go to the traditional following the lines or doing a wire transfer and it takes a few days. Person want it instantly, person want it now, as the challenge goes
Yeah.
ahead. So what I would like to see is just a little bit more cooperation and also to understanding of the technology we have because a lot of the times you speak to the professionals and then you notice that they don't really understand the technology that is out there and what can be done with it. We did a test recently where we had someone send money from a certain part of the world to our mobile wallet and persons were just amazed how quickly and easily it went through. So my thing is cooperation and the understanding of the technology.
Why can't I just do my transaction in Dominica? Why do I need to go to Stripe or go to PayPal? Help me understand.
I understand what you're trying to say. The thing is, well, let me first of all let me speak on MLAS and then I will go on.
Okay, no problem. Uh,
For our customers on the application, the transactions are free.
mhm.
For merchants, sign up registration, everything is free. However, we charge a small percentage, lower than the credit unions, lower than the bank. So that is, we try, what we have done is to ensure that we work with everybody. In terms of the fees, I mean, I have had this conversation. A lot of persons stop me and tell me what about the banks and the, at the end of the day, every banking institution is run by a board and they do what is necessary for
Mhm.
them to make a profit. So they set up their fee structure and the technology is not yet. It is available, but it is not yet been integrated here. So for you to be able to use your card and make a payment to somebody else, you have to go through, for example, you receive a package. You just go you receive a package from one of the couriers. You have what you'll notice is a lot of them use the third party. We're trying to get them on to use the more local avenues, but it also comes with understanding and trust. Once you are on the App Store or the iOS Store, they and your
Mhm.
financial, not just a regular app like Candy Crush or something, but your financial service, they put you for some rigorous They put you through it. They make sure that you have what you say you are, that your security is on point, your data
Yeah.
information, your storage, because at the end of the day, you're dealing with person's money. So it's a pretty name, but what it is at the end of the day, the fintech app, you are dealing with person's money. So security is a must. So what we're trying
Okay.
to slowly get businesses to understand is, do you know that we have an API solution? And for persons who do not know, it simply means that if you have a website, you can receive payments via your Mlajan. So the fancy name for API solution, it simply means that you can receive payments from your customers via your Mlajan. A lot of the time it's just because I'm not aware of it. We sensitizing persons who, and we're also encouraging persons. If you're not sure, call your financial institutions, call the bank, call the credit union and say, hey, I'm a small business owner. What do you have in terms of me receiving payment? You never know, start that conversation. But a lot of the time somebody who tried Strive or they tried another PayPal or something else, so they tell you it works for me, try. But you don't do your own research in terms of reaching out to your financial institution and saying what is readily available.
Is about the importance of financial technology. It's important to look and reach out for that information. I'll take it back to you mentioning the perception that some of these bigger brands are safer. Mlajan and many other financial technology has to go through a very rigorous process in order to get accredited and come on.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's just a matter of buy-in, perception, information, communication, but that technology is available for people within Dominican region.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's just as I said earlier, it's person and the knowledge of it and also what persons want to do with the technology. Because sometimes as a business owner or just a regular customer, you want to do certain things, you want to make payments, you want to receive payments, and you're just unaware that it is available. And also there are limitations. It depends on what you're looking for because no app is perfect. So I always encourage people to try the different applications. You can do a lot of things, but if you find that it might be you're missing certain features, try out the other app. What we are trying to do is encourage persons, let them use the technology. Because as soon as you step out of Dominica, I mean, it is amazing. From the airport on, everything was QR codes, I'm scanning, my card is updated in my phone, and as soon as I leave Dominica, I simply tap my phone to the payment portal, and it instantly goes, and persons are here. It is like cash is king, and persons and oh, I prefer have my money in my wallet. That is all good and well. But what we want to know is that when you step out of Dominica, that you're aware of the technology, you're not lost. You're trying to figure out
Yeah,
what to do, how to go about it. So that is our main goal. It's just to let persons know
yeah,
the technology that is available, what can be done with it. If you go to a restaurant and you scan a QR code and the menu pops up on your cell phone. So there's so
yeah,
much with just technology that you can do. So it breaks my heart at times to see persons just
yeah.
almost stuck in the
Yeah, it was really, I wouldn't say surprising for me. So I think in 2019 I was able to take a trip onto China, and I'm in there, and what was surprising to me was how the entire population has adopted it. So it's not, let's say we're in Dominica, you come in and I would step into a restaurant and say, hey, you'll have mobile banking, so I can send you this. Oh well, or you'll have it,
Mhm.
Emaja, or you have some kind of a way I can send you. But it's like, no, no, we don't.
No, yeah.
It's we just do cash. Sorry, I'll be happy for a card swipe. But I don't really expect any, you know, m- financial technology involved in it. So, but stark difference now. You get to China, and
They don't use
what is
cash.
cash? I gotta get like, what is that? Everything is done in the phone. Like, you have WeChat. Your WeChat has everything that you ever need. You pay for it through there. You go to the drugstore. You go to the supermarket. You scan QR codes. Everything move efficiently. So here I come. All right, walking in with my cash is king mentality. Right? In every situation, you think your legal tender is good to satisfy a transaction, right? Your legal tender, right? But I give it to him, and he looked at me like,
They don't take cash.
You sure you want to give this to me? Like, that's what you want to give to me? Because that's just not the norm, right? And but I quickly got into it, yeah. But it was really, really surprising. I really want Dominica and the region to get to the point where everyone has accepted that that is the form of payment, and everyone is taught, trained, informed. At least the information is there that they feel comfortable using it, right?
Yeah, one thing we have noticed though is that throughout the region, different countries are making a bigger effort to sensitize persons as to, the uses of and benefits of financial technology and mobile applications, peer-to-peer, robo-advisors. We notice that they are slowly, sensitizing their persons as to the advantages of using that. Here we with the whole digital transformation unit, the whole trust currently. I mean, they are behind to be honest, but they are trying. But a lot needs to be done. So what our business owners is to understand is that I know that there are fees associated, but you can lose a lot of business if you do not have the technology, the payment options readily available. It might not be you get 100 in 1 day, but at least when a customer comes in, do you have Mlajan? Do you have pay for example, credit card machine or debit card machine? Do you accept online payment? If you say no to all three, a customer like me will walk away.
As you said out there, like there are specific gas stations that I go to because I know they can take my transaction, and so I'll be really interested in understanding the statistics and the data behind it. So
Mhm.
understanding the real potential of the niche and communicating that across. So, for instance, how many Dominicans are actively using, financial platforms? How many actually have debit cards? So what is the total volume of transactions per day on whether it's a mobile
Yeah.
platform, whether it's a card swipe, whether I'm also coming in from sales as well. So I have my sales background, really, really a different type of conversation or
And just
different
also
perspective, I
taking
guess.
advantage of the technology because a simple thing as we're on restaurants, but a simple thing of a business owner having a social media page. I'm not talking about their personal page or their personal WhatsApp. I'm talking about a small business
Mhm.
owner having a business page where they can post, their menus, their items for sale. So letting persons know, what can be done with technology. We try to merchant registration process. We always give them few tips and ideas on what to do, what should be done. But at the end of the day, that is not, we're not a business consulting firm. But what we have noticed is that businesses just do not take advantage of the technology. We want to do,
I
we
have to
always
call.
encourage our persons, everybody that we interact with, we always encourage them, if you're not sure, find out, go to a professional or a friend, a family, whoever, because everybody around you has a little bit of knowledge. Somebody can direct you to the
Mhm.
correct person you should go to. If you're a business owner and you want to create a business page, you want to create flyers, you want just whatever it is, and you're not sure of the technology, there's also a small business unit. They will assist you as well.
How big do you think understanding e-commerce and e-commerce principles are to, increasing the adoption of
I
financial
mean,
technology?
it is the biggest thing because if you have a good or service and you wish to sell, you're only limiting yourself to persons who can pay you in cash. It is allowing you as a merchant or business owner to receive payments remotely. And it opens you up to so much of a wider customer base. And it does not have to be locally, regionally, it also is internationally. Because you sell their care products and somebody wants some castor oil or whatever it is, they're able to pay you remotely. So they don't have to try to send money to Western Union for you to collect. And I mean, the
Mm.
advantages,
You know, one thing
right?
too, there are a lot of advantages. There were a lot of advantages in what I've been seeing, like, recently noticing is, with technology coming in and introduced and being adopted within Dominica, you now have an increasing confidence of diasporans to
Yes,
partake in the economy. Hey, hurricane season is coming, right? There's a bunch of different packages that are available online that will be delivered straight to them. So, and again, it's not just about it's about facilitating great activity for our economy, and getting the people who've been traditionally outside back in, being, active, contributing to what economic activity that we need. So, I mean, when we think about it like that, the greater good and the economics behind it, of course it makes sense, but I think what's daunting is actually
hmm
doing it on the ground. So with that in mind, what can small business owners, entrepreneurs expect when they come on to, say, a financial services platform like Mlajan?
Well, the expectation is that they have now the ability to receive payments remotely. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, persons, the non-traditional customers, it is now open to them because somebody
Mm-hmm.
wants some castor oil and they're in
Mm-hmm.
England, they are now able to. There's going to give a little bit of plug for some of the companies on that will be on this season. For example, Shop DM, somebody wants something, they're now
Yeah.
able to order it and it gets
Mm-hmm.
delivered. As you mentioned before, it was the diaspora would simply, send money to family via Western Union or DHL remittance or whatever it is, or Barry. But what now they can do is contribute to the economy because they can go online onto these e-commerce platforms and purchase and have that thing shipped to them to their doorstep wherever they are in the world. So it is advantageous. That is what I want to focus on. The big thing is that it's open in the sense of MLAS that we are API, and how it works is you have to have an MLAS wallet. So it is a pro and it is also a con because I know there are a lot of persons who do not have the Mlaja wallet who would like to make payments online and it is not yet possible. That is one of our features we are working on updating. So we're not a perfect platform, but we're working on updating that. There are, but we're not just going to say, oh, it's not available with us, so don't do it. We want to ensure that persons know that there are many opportunities out there when it comes to setting up their e-commerce platforms. But what we also have noticed, and it comes back to knowledge, is that persons are simply not aware. I mean, there's training going on, and what we have noticed as well is that sometimes the persons don't even want to participate in the training. So you want the business, you want to receive the international clients, but you are not sure how to go about it. And when presented with the avenue, some of the business owners still do not take up the training. So it requires a lot of sensitization. I mean, it will be repeated. Some persons might get fed up with it, but we want to ensure that persons are aware
Mm-hmm.
of, what is available. But then persons see up your flyers and you say, hey, you have an interesting product. I want to purchase it from you. You only accept cash, you limit yourself. Whereas if you have an e-commerce platform, you put in, if you don't have an e-commerce platform, that is okay, but you are able to receive payments remotely, it opens up a world of possibilities for our small entrepreneurs, medium size, whatever it is. It opens up an array of possibilities as well as just understanding what you can do. It's not only about payments, because in the case what we have noticed with what is called robo advisors, persons who have, let's say, insurance premiums, throughout in different Caribbean islands, and it is also being introduced in Dominica, are now able to pay for their premiums online or in different applications. Introducing it here in Dominica, it's a
Right.
little bit, the adoption is a little bit slower because persons are not sure of the technology. Whereas in other islands and different places around the world, I mean, it is a no-brainer. So it's just about information, and I will keep saying it over and
Yeah.
over, letting persons know the advantages and the benefits of.
I do believe that meeting people where they are is also important, because not everybody
Mm-hmm.
listens to the same mediums of communication out there. Some people don't do social media at all. I feel like there's a lot of gaps that people can fall, that these potential people can fall through, and really being able to get in where they are. Maybe it's a face-to-face conversation, maybe it's a cold call. that extra step is really necessary, along with data. Like kind of like a data wasteland, like a
I think
data
we don't
desert
understand the importance.
sometimes.
Business owners don't understand the importance of
Hmm.
collecting data. And I'm not talking about like customer information. It's just the basic data that you need. Your restaurant, and you want to know how to price your menu. We had
Yeah,
that conversation. Information from 2020 to
yeah,
2023 has changed. But if you don't have the data from 2020, how are you able to make strong financial decisions? So it's all about person's understanding. It's not,
yeah.
I want to have a business and then it will do well. I'm trusting on that. But, doing a little bit of research on what is required, what information you will need to know. Saying data is important. Um, there are, there's so
Hmm.
much, as you mentioned about the gaps. I mean, in Dominica, social media, but also radio plays so much of an important person's, believe and they go
Yeah.
by the radio. So what we have done in the case of Mlajan is we have a weekly radio program where we try to sensitize the public, let them know first of all what is going on in the credit union movement, also about Mlajan, what is Mlajan, what are the features, what can be done, what is the mobile wallet, what as much information that we try to put in that 15-minute program on a Tuesday on the radio to let people know, hey,
Hmm.
what is going on. I mean, the banks are also trying to be creative
Yeah.
because we understand the importance of radio and giving persons as much information as possible. But there are persons who prefer face-to-face conversations. When it comes to financial technology, they feel more confident, they feel more safer if you're in front of them and you can physically show them your cell phone and say, this is what to do and this is how it works. There are persons like that, persons who prefer visual over audio. So we're trying as much as possible, and then there's still gaps in the market space, and every person is trying to do as much as they can. But what I appreciate is the fact that the Caribbean Digital Transformation Unit, they're spearheading the efforts where they're trying to have different roadshows where they bring all the businesses together who offer something in technology. It could be from your AI to fintech, whatever it is, they're trying to put them under one umbrella so persons can, interact with us and see the different products and services available in that
Hand holding is essential too.
space.
I mean, I used to be against hand holding, to be honest with you. It's like we're all adults here. Yeah, I have a degree. That's fine, but I'm competent, right? So the same as you. So I'm sure you can
Don't
figure
need
it
to
out.
go. Trolling is
But
very much required here.
no,
Somebody made the comment to me, don't think that everybody who has a cell phone understands a cell phone. You'd be surprised. Professionals as well, um, they don't understand the importance and the uses of a cell phone. So it's just, as I keep saying, information and letting persons know what they can do. I just encourage
yeah,
persons to get outside of that social media mentality. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I'm an advocate for doing much more with technology other than social media because I mean, you can go to school on your cell phone. You can create code
mhm.
on your cell
Can
phone. You
actually,
can create websites and you can design flyers. And it
yeah.
breaks my heart to see that our persons are just not actively using the technology. Whereas when we go to different islands and different conferences and stuff, you see what persons that your age range or even lower teenagers and stuff are doing with the technology.
For me, I really try to use I guess a different approach when it comes to consulting and helping people. So a big part of it is being able to nurture your capacity to do something. So one of the main things I use in my strategies is being able to make you more likely to buy my product. So if I sell a hair care product and I'll be very successful in that industry, I would be. So if I was selling hair care products, yeah, core to my strategy would be to empower you to take control of your hair care, helping you understand why it's so important, maybe tell you what kind of hair you have and how to treat it. And this is just me being useful. This is This is
Yes.
the core
It's
to
simply
any
creating a solution
content
for a problem.
marketing strategy and bringing you along the stage of the buyer process until you get finally to becoming a customer and purchasing. That's how I would like to help solve this financial problem. Like financial technology and the adoption is really letting them know that it's not as hard as they think it is. Yeah, coming in and showing them
Mhm.
that, hey, with just a few clicks, of course, maybe an extra step in your day, but it saves you several steps throughout the week, throughout the month,
Well, it
throughout the year,
also starts from
and it's efficiency.
the traditional education, because what we have noticed is that we still offer the traditional education. I mean, coding is not taught in school. I mean, and coding purposes are not so. It's just the ability to create websites and apps and write code. It is not taught in school. Persons are still, taught maths and science and English and biography and sorry, and geography and that's it. And I see a little bit of IT is now brought into schools. So that's traditional education in a sense also holding us back, because when you interact with students from different islands and from around the world, it is part of the curriculum. Coding is part of the curriculum. And, they have robotics classes and everything. And so if we are not aware of it from school age,
No,
it is
for sure.
very difficult, to have them understand what is the technology, because they're not taught
I
it at
love that.
school. It is not something that they knew. We know maths and science and stuff like that, and that
Yeah.
is it.
I think that's the overarching point,
Mm-hmm.
which is, we need more technology within our school curriculums to kind of empower the people who's going to lead our communities next, right? To a more functional point, even the tools that we currently use right now. So, I mean, Excel for me will always be a tool, one of the most powerful tools ever, right? And Microsoft didn't sponsor this episode. Being able to use these tools is, to me, what's going to empower us to take on technology. So correct me if I'm wrong. I have not been in high school for a while, right? Do we do like accounting? Are we still doing like ledgers? I mean, of course,
Let's
we,
go
we
to
need
the
to
legends.
understand
Let's keep doing
like
legends.
how it's done. Make it good to your account and you do your thing and you balance on each side and CXCs, CXC wanted to show you're working, all that good stuff. Yeah, but what about if we had
Mm.
bookkeeping software, within the curriculum? So yes, it's one thing to learn about the theory or the principle behind balancing and accounting, but it's another thing, and maybe arguably a more important thing, to understand how it's done today. So when you get into these modern situations, you know how to act. I don't know. I came in, I worked online for 2 years, and I've been introduced to so much
Yes.
technology, so many other productivity tools, so many different collaboration tools. And I feel like our people now are at a disadvantage.
If you're not aware, you can do research. For example, you want to set up a meeting. You can do research on different tools to set up a meeting, but do it as basic as possible. You are not sure of Excel. There's so much that can be done in Excel. You can watch a few videos, a few tutorials. It's also about ambition. If you have to be ambitious and know what you want to do. So it's not about, oh boy, things are hard and this is how it has to be. You may not have a university degree, but you can certify yourself, you can make yourself aware, more knowledgeable about certain things. So you did not do it in school, you're interested in it. We encourage you to do the different avenues, find out how you can do it, ask questions. Because what we have noticed, and especially from me, working with students coming from the state college, is just that they're just so unaware of the capabilities. They are not taught it in school and they're not taught it at state college level. Then when they come into the working forces, you have to go back to the basics and let them understand. Hey, do you know? I asked somebody who is a second year in college last week. I said, do you know what is a mobile wallet? And she said, no. And so I had to explain, what is a mobile wallet. I said, have you ever heard of a QR code before? And she said, no, it understand the technology that is around them and available to them. Because you want to book a meeting, you want to book a hair appointment, you don't have to
Yeah.
call the hairdresser. You can simply go onto their calendar or the different apps and simply put in your time and your date. And that's it.
I don't know. I wish. But sometimes I feel like you don't know what you don't know. How am I gonna go around like looking for Calendly, for instance? Back to your point, it's all about educating yourself,
Yes.
doing your research, and it is a rabbit hole.
Professionals need to have mentors, and I'm talking about professional mentors. I have been encouraging that lately because what I notice is a lot of the time persons step out from college into the professional world and you're just not sure what should be the next step. You think you're interested in something, but you don't have somebody, and you bounce off your friends, and but your peers are also in the same pool as you, so the encouragement is not there. Yes, to be somebody who is in the same industry as you or somebody who's in a completely different industry. But what it does, it allows that person, to pass on their experience, pass on their wisdom. It doesn't have to be a young professional, but you could be a small
Right.
business owner. You can reach out to another business owner that, you like how they have grown and you've noticed them on social media and you see them. It never hurts to ask, say, hi, my name is whatever, and I'm interested in having you as a mentor and have a conversation. Then that person can also walk you as to, these are the mistakes I made, so I would recommend it. I will not give you my secret of how to make whatever oils I am selling, but I can tell you, you should have this because I found out 10 years later that this was required. So it's just having the mentorship is important because
Right.
then somebody can tell you, this application
Yeah.
would help streamline your business, but persons sometimes are afraid to step out
Right.
of their comfort zone. I'm a person, I will step into any room and I will make a friend, I will network because that is my personality. Certain persons will step and stay at the back of the room,
Mhm.
but you also
Yeah.
have to know, what you want or have an idea or goal in mind of what you're trying to accomplish. They can give you an idea of, maybe look into this, research about this, this has helped me, this might not have helped me. So at the end of the day, we just have to, it's all depending on, what type of person you are, what type of business owner you plan to
The benefit of that
be.
for me personally and having mentors is that I get to channel some of the greatest business minds. Yeah, that are in Dominica now. So for instance, I'll have constant conversations with people like you mentioned.
Yes,
And at some point you're gonna start hearing them playing in your head. So
yes,
that you come in and it's like, oh man, what would Lillia do? Yeah, and then
that's
and you
it.
think about, and I can hear Lilia
Hmm.
in my mind telling me Kevin so and not so.
If you think you know everything, then you're a fool. Simple as that. We all learning every day. So the opportunity to interact with different persons. The conversations are so enriching because persons give you their life story. They tell you, how they did stuff and how this changed their life or this technology or this new application or this. It is amazing. So I always encourage young persons to have a mentor. If you're not sure how to go about it, you can have an informal mentor, as Kevin said, and you just want to have a conversation with somebody. Mentorship is an open arrangement where you have a conversation with somebody, assist you, give you some advice, and give you the experiences, and that is all good and well. Look at things from a different perspective because we think things should be done one way, and then sometimes it is done a different way. And listening to person's stories, it is amazing to me. Okay, so let me just see what I listened to on the way down. So, Speaking Your Brand is one I have been listening to. It's a whole podcast focusing on having conversation with women entrepreneurs on, how they do it. Because what I noticed is that with men, when it comes to men in business, men are so confident and, I read this report maybe last week that men apply for a job and they might be 60% qualified or 50% qualified and they go and they apply for it. They don't care. They figure, I'm going to do the job.
Yeah,
Women
yeah,
want to be 100% qualified.
yeah.
We want
Shoot
to
your
ensure
shot.
that we meet 100% of the criteria. So women have this fear of just putting themselves out there in the business space. So by listening to this podcast, what it does is it allows me to listen to different women from all spheres with different businesses talking about how they do their day to day. I encourage persons to listen to podcasts. Um, it allows you to get different opinions. So think of things that you are in a different way that might better you, but you also have to be careful of what you take in. So I have a group of friends. I
Hmm.
mentioned this to you earlier as well, that I have a group of friends that maybe once a month or once every 2 months, because my group of friends, they have such a distinct background. We're able to say, hey, I think you should listen to that. That is good. So you get a little bit of everything, the best of both worlds. So
Hmm. It is interesting, and I want that. I want that conversation to be interesting. I want someone to say, "Oh, cool,
yeah,
I'm gonna listen to fintech and
hmm,
really be entertained or really get information,
thank
useful
you.
information." So thank you very much for coming on this morning with me. I just want to give you the chance to speak to some of these entrepreneurs as it relates to fintech.
Opportunity in our sphere, in the financial technology sphere,
Hmm.
technology sphere as a whole, when it comes to education and careers. So I am encouraging persons, to do a little research about the different careers in fintech and financial technology. I mean, there are university programs now being offered in fintech, in AI, which is artificial intelligence, and the transformation of the whole financial industry. So I encourage persons to do a little research on that, see what careers are available, what courses or degrees are available, because it leads you to something unexpected. It's away from the traditional accountant and lawyer and doctor. That is something to listen to. Businesses or merchants, I just want to encourage you, take advantage of the technology that is available. If you're not sure, you can contact us here at Mlajan and we will work with you and tell you what are the benefits. But if you think Mlajan is not for you, make use the banks have platform, the credit unions have platform. What we want to ensure is that you use the technology to be an advantage to your business so that you can receive payments in person or remotely that allows you to have more customers, allows your business to flourish in areas that would not traditionally flourish. So take advantage of the technology. And if you're not sure about it, do a little bit research. Find out. Instead, as I mentioned, instead of using it only for social media, you go onto Google, you go onto your iOS, and you search what is fintech and what can be used for your type of business.
Thank you very much, Lilia. You heard it from our fintech specialist, Lilia, some of the advantages of the technology and
Thank
why you
you.
should be a part
All
of
right.
it, right? Thank you very much for your time, Lilia. Enjoy the rest.